You can save these links for later. Now, let me tell you about the flow of the session. So first of all, you'll get to know your mentor, and she's already here with us. Then you'll see a short PPT wherein you will learn a little deeper about the course that you're about to embark on. And after that, you'll go on a short virtual tour to learn how to access reading materials and all in the dashboard. And after that, if you have a doubt, you can always ask the same in the chat section. We'll be happy to answer. And after that, the actual demo will begin. So I hope the flow is clear to you all. Show me a thumbs up if it is. Okay, Shiveen, got your point. All right. Thank you, Tabish. Thanks, Kevin. And thanks, Viraj. Okay. So how many of you are joining us for the first time? Kevin is joining us for the first time, and Nikhil. Okay. Avyukt, please switch on your camera. So I believe all others have been associated with us before also, is it? Okay. Okay, Tavish, this is fine. This background is fine. Now don't change it. Okay, nice. All right, all right. So now, Avyukt, we are still waiting for you to switch on your camera. Children, we have with us Richa ma'am. She's a wonderful mentor. And, you know, teaching is her passion. So she is a qualified doctor. But because of her passion, she's here with us today. And she's got substantial experience in teaching as well. So if you have some ailment, you can consult her. And if you have a doubt, you can also consult her. So see how multi-talented people here we are.
Thank you so much, Monica ma'am. Thank you. Hi, everybody. It's so good to see some familiar faces back again. Viraj, Shivin, thank you again for joining. So good to see you both again. All right, guys. I am Dr. Richa Tawar, and I'm going to be a mentor for the upcoming session about the Olympiad success that we're going to conduct about grade 5, level 1, science. Right. So everybody's familiar about Olympiad exams, right? We all know they're a little bit different from our regular exams. Is there anyone who is attempting the Olympiad exams for the first time? No, right? Everybody knows that Olympiad exams are a little bit more harder, more difficult than your regular school exam. Agreed? Right? The competition is much stiffer. You have to, spend an extra hour every day to prepare for it, right? So what we're going to do over here in these sessions is, first of all, we'll be revising what we've done so far in grade 4. We'll be covering up entire grade 5 curriculum, more or less, which is whatever is your curriculum in the school. That's the same thing we're going to do here, but we'll be going little more in detail, in depth. And then we'll be touching base with grade 6 syllabus as well. Now, for Olympiad, guys, you need to understand one thing. It's not just Olympiad, it's just basically science only. All of you said that you like science and science is easy. Of course, it's easy and it makes your life easy as well. How? Because it allows you to understand your surrounding. It allows you to understand how does your body work, how does space work, how does electricity work, where does water comes from, what is the reason behind everything. So to understand and to conquer the subject of science, you need to understand the practical implication of each and every topic, right? Let's say, for example, let's say whichever city you are in, the weather goes bad all of a sudden, and there is a thunder and there is a lightning, right? And now all of you, please come to your keyboard and start writing if I ask you a question. So what will you observe first? Which phenomena will you observe first? Lightning or thunder? What will come first? Let's see who is the fastest finger. Lightning, Kevin, Shivin, and Viraj, Ananya, all of you are agreeing lightning, right? Why? Why would you get to see lightning first? Why not thunder? All of you are answering lightning, and it's correct also because it is faster. What is faster, Shaz? What is faster? Lightning is faster. It's coming on a rocket space. Light travel faster than the sound. Correct, Kevin. Correct, Viraj. Correct, Shivin. But why? Why light is faster? Why? Simple. Because sound needs a medium. It's a mechanical wave. You see, what happens is sound works like a truck. It hits the molecules in a medium. That molecule will hit other molecule, and that's how it will keep going forward, bumping, 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 and going forward. Whereas light has no such dependency. It will simply sweep through without any medium, also. And that's the reason light is so much faster than the sound. And that's the reason you get to see the lightning first, then the thunder, right? So we all of us knew about the fact that lightning is faster, but only few knew why, and none of you knew why light is faster, right? So this is what we're going to learn. Since it's grade 5, we're going to go in much deeper level as compared to your grade 3, grade 4 level, right? So what we're going to do right now is I'm going to hand over the stage to Monica ma'am or Pooja ma'am. They will take you for a tour, and then we'll continue with the demo. Clear, guys? Cool. Okay, Monica ma'am, over to you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. So, Samir, please switch on your camera. Now, children, I'll be sharing my screen. Just a moment, and we are good to go. So, I believe my screen is visible to all. So, a very warm welcome to each one of you to the demo and interaction program for Class 5 Science Olympiad. As you are already aware, Olympiad Success is India's largest online preparation platform for Olympiad exams. Olympiad Success Live is India's first exclusive live classes for Olympiad's preparation, and School Plus by Olympiad Success is one of its own kind of annual program that includes 8 courses, which are mathematics, English, science, logical reasoning, communication, both spoken and written, Vedic math, and coding. So here you can get one-on-one online CBSE, ICSE, IGCSE, and IB classes for grades 2 to 12. One-on-one preparation classes for international mathematics Olympiads like SASMO, CMO, HKIMO, TIMO, Math Counts, US Common Core Math Competition, Math Kangaroo, and PRMO. So you can meet our international rank holders for the year 2021-22 on the screen. They're all brilliant kids like you. So classes are going to be group sessions with batch size of around 20 students, delivered through Zoom by seasoned tutors. You've already met your mentor, Richa ma'am. So you get 2 sessions per week, Tuesdays and Thursdays. Note down the timings. The timing will be 8 p.m. to 9:15 p.m. with 5 minutes of break in between. The sessions will include a mix of theory, practice questions, doubt sessions, and discussion on previous year papers. So you'll get access to reading material and practice questions available on the dashboard of Olympiad Success, and topic-wise mock tests for both maths and reasoning as well as logical reasoning. Now, how to access those, you will learn very shortly from Pooja ma'am. The syllabus is available at this particular link for class 5, and fees for this course is 10,000 rupees and 38 rupees. So it is going to be a 45 session. And this fees includes online classes, daily reading notes and exercises, practice of previous year papers, and access to Olympiad Success platform for both maths as well as logical reasoning. Now, all that you require for these classes is a laptop or a desktop with good internet speed, headphones for better audio clarity, and camera because we do not allow students without video in the class. So as you are already aware, the preparation for Olympiad exams needs a little more effort from your side, right? So, and of course, parental support is also required. So you're expected to spend some time extra every day. In 2021-22, Olympiad Success had students from more than 3,800 schools across India and abroad, hailing from 35 plus countries. Now, the live classes for this particular batch begins from 28th of March, which is Thursday. So I hope you've noted down all the relevant details. Now I would request Pooja ma'am to take you through a virtual tour. All over to you, Pooja ma'am.
Thank you so much, Monica ma'am. Good evening, everyone. How are you all? Ashaz, where are you looking? Okay, let me share my screen. Hope my screen is visible to everybody. To have access of your reading question papers and worksheets, so what you have to do is you have to just enter this URL, olympiadsuccess.com. Okay? The moment you'll enter this URL, you'll get this page on your screen. make sure that you should enter correct user details, otherwise you will not be able to log in and you'll not be able to operate your worksheets and reading material. Yes, the moment I log in, I'll get this page on my screen, which is required personal details, right? So I'm going to check my personal details properly, that if there is any error, I'm going to rectify it, and then you can just update it over here. The moment you have rectified your errors in your personal details, you can just click on this update button, and then yes, it's done, updated, okay? So after this, you have to just click on this live classes icon, which is right under this referral icon, okay? So while clicking on live classes, you'll have to select your subject, right? You have to select which subject, worksheets, reading material, everything you want to see. So I'm going to select a subject, science. So after selecting this, I'm going to select my topic also, like for which topic I want to see the reading material as well as the question papers. All right. I want to see on animals. So I'll click on animals. So if you want to see on any other, you can click on that also, like matter and materials, whichever topic you want to choose, you can go ahead with that. Yes, I'm done with that. So I can see the reading and question papers. Before moving ahead, I would like to show the schedule, right? While seeing the schedule, you'll get an idea in which session we are going to cover which topic, right? So if you want to save this PDF in your laptop or desktop on whichever device you want to, you need to just click it over here. Then you can just save it, and later on also offline you can just go through it. Like in session 6, 7, 8, 9, 1, 2, 3, which topics we're going to cover, it will be helpful for you. So this is a schedule that how the classes will be going to done, right? So this is the holiday calendar. This is a very nice calendar for you, nice basically that you should not take unnecessary holidays, because already we do have festival holidays. So make sure that you attend each and every class. Okay. So this is for your reference. And then now I'm going to move on the reading tier, right? There are set 4. So first I'm going to click on set 1. Okay, so see, you can see there is a reading chapter, topics, everything is there. So same goes for here also. If you want to read this chapter later on, you can just click it over here and download this PDF, and later on also offline, you can just read it. Same goes for set 2 also. So in this way, you get 4 sets for this reading chapter. Right, set 3. Same way, you can click it over here to download this PDF. Okay, so this is chapter 5, where you'll get complete reading material related to this chapter. In set 4 also. So one chapter is bifurcated in 4 sets to make science little easy for you, wherein Achaz was saying, right? Science is a little difficult, right? Okay. So this is the reading material, all about the reading material. Now I'm going to move on the question papers and answer keys. So on left hand side, there is a question paper. On right hand side, there is an answer key. But I want you to attempt your question paper first, and then after attempting, then you should check your answer keys, because that is called a practice only, right? I don't want you to attempt before, check your answer keys beforehand. Sure, Asaz, I'll take your doubts later on, beta. Okay, so this is your question paper, exercise and all blanks and everything. Same goes for this also. If you want to download this PDF, you can just click it over here and you can download this question paper. You can take out the printout and you can solve it at your home. And same goes for answer key also. Now I'm done with my question set number 1. I want to see the answer keys, whether I've done correct or how many mistakes I have committed, right? So these are the answer keys. You can check it. Same goes for set 2 also. So you can see these all links are clickable, right? So easily you can click, you can download, and you can prepare well for your Olympiad examinations. Same goes for set 3 also. Same goes for answer key also. You just need to click, file will be opened, and then you can just go on, scroll down and check it. Same way set 4 also. I'm just clicking all the links that you'll get an idea that all the links are clickable. And files are easily accessible for you. Right? So this was all about question papers, reading material, your schedule, and your holiday calendar. But make sure that you need to select a subject and you need to select a topic. Okay. Then only you'll get a reading to and everything related to that topic. So now I'm done with my all these material. I want to show you the worksheets, right? Which is right after this dashboard icon. So I'm going to click on worksheet. Same over here, I need to select my subject, right? Which subject worksheet I want to see. So I'm going to click on science. Number is your choice. You want to click 10, 25, 50, as many worksheets you want to see, you can click on that, right? So I want to attempt this worksheet. I'll explain you how you will be going to attempt this worksheet, right? So I want to attempt this first worksheet. So for that, I need to click on take exam. I clicked on take exam. Now these general instructions are there on my screen, wherein I'm going to read these instructions carefully. Make sure that whenever you're attempting any of the worksheet, you should read the instructions carefully. That will be helpful for you to attempt worksheet smoothly, and you should not commit any mistake while attempting. Okay. So I'm done by reading. Now I'm going to move on start worksheet. So wherein for this, I have to click on start worksheet. So you can see there are so many questions. 50 questions are there in one worksheet for you to give you extra practice, right? So I'm done with my question one. I want to move on question next, right? So for that also, I'm going to tell you how you have to do is I read your question properly, solve it, fill your answer, and then you have to click on this button next. I'm done with my question two. Now I want to move on question number three. So I'm going to click on button next. So this way only you are going to attempt all 50 questions, and then you have to just submit your worksheet. So while submitting, before submitting, make sure that you should review all your questions properly, that you should not make any mistake before submitting. Okay. So the way we do in our exams, we just revise the paper once and then we hand over to our examiner. Okay. Same goes for worksheet also. You can review all the questions and answers, and then you can just click on this finish button. So yes, I have reviewed all the questions. You have to click on this and then your worksheet will be submitted, right? So one feedback page will be occur on the screen. So that's your wish. If you want to give it there and then only you can give, otherwise you can click on later button also. All right. So now I'm done with my worksheet. I want to see my performance. Like we give our exam and then we get excited for a result, right? So same goes for worksheet also. So after this worksheet icon, we are going to click on this performance button, wherein I'll get my worksheet performance. So again goes for here, you have to select the subject. I've given science worksheet, so I'm going to select subject science. So you can check the date. I have given on 21st. So here is my worksheet, which I have attempted just now, right? So I'm going to click on view button to just get to know about my result. Yes, I have attempted 2 questions wherein 2 all were correct, right? You can just click on review button to see that which answers were correct, right? So this is all about how you have to access your reading material, how you have to access your question papers and answer keys, and how you have to access your worksheet, right? And your schedule and your holiday calendar. So this is all about dashboard tool. So if anybody is having any doubt, feel free to drop your message in the chat box. I'll be happy to answer your queries. So before moving ahead, we have to just log out this page. Okay, make sure that whenever you're just leaving this, you need to log out and then we are good to go ahead. Let me stop sharing my screen. Give it, everybody. So this was all about a dashboard tour. Now drop your questions in the chat box. I'll be happy to answer your questions. Yes, Ashaz. Now tell me, Vita. Ma'am, I do not understand how to log in. But Sami, you'll get the login ID details. Okay, you'll get your username plus password. That you have to enter it over here. Okay. What you have to do is 1 second. You have to just open a Google. Over there, you have to just enter this URL. Okay. Over here, you will type olympiadsuccess.com. Here you'll get the user email and password. Okay. Here you'll be going to enter user email and then your password. This way you can log in. Clear, Samir? Okay, great. Hemant, when will the everyday classes finish? Okay. So I think Monica ma'am will better answer this question because after my queries, she'll be going to ask you this question, which she has already covered in the PPT. You're not attentive at that time, Hemant. Okay, so I'll tell you the days. Days for this class are Tuesday and Thursday. Okay, and timing will be 8 p.m. to 9:50 p.m. Okay, classes will be twice a week. Hope your queries answered, Hemant. Ashas, ma'am, when I come in my profile in Olympiad Success, but there is no live classes option, so I can't check my study material or practice sheets. You got your login ID and password details? Ashas, you do one thing better. You just contact on this port number. I think then we'll be at a better position to help you out, right? You already have a sport number and you are in touch with us. So better you call and then we'll help you there and then only. That how you can solve the problem. All right, Ashas? Okay, great.
Any other doubt, anyone? Please put it in the chat section quickly.
Kevin, sit properly. Nice.
No doubt. So what is the total number of sessions that we have in this batch? Anyone? $45? Yes, that is correct. Good. You people can answer correctly without even options, without even getting the options, right? So I thought you would need some options like 25, 35, 45, but you were able to answer that correctly. Okay, good. So similarly, you should be able to answer your questions in Olympiad also, so confidently. Okay. So once you go through this course, I'm sure you will gain that confidence and conceptual clarity. So I believe we have no further doubts. So can we begin with the demo now? Shall we? Show me a
Yes,
thumbs up.
ma'am.
Okay, so all over to you, Richa ma'am.
Thank you, Monica ma'am. I think Hemant has a doubt. Yes, Hemant, you have written something here.
I have.
Uh,
Please tell us
okay.
your doubt.
Where will we get the chapters? Also, the chapters and the reading material will be available on the dashboard itself, Hemant. When you'll be No, there'll not be any written notes, Samir. You will be attending the classes. You'll not get the access to the PPTs, but any day you can, take a screenshot or jot down any point that you find which is interesting. As for the reading material, each and every topic is being covered and is being there, stored in the Olympiad Success dashboard, which Pooja ma'am has just told you about. You can go to that, refer to the referral material, and can download the PDF from there. Hemant, is it clear? Nikhil, clear? I think I've sorted out the two doubts, ma'am. So I think we can go ahead with the demo, guys. Ready? Samir, yes, clear. Okay, now let's start the topic. The topic for today's demo that we have picked is the topic of air. Pretty easy, right? Everybody has seen air. You know what is air? What is air, guys? If I asked you what is air, how would you answer this question? You can come up with any answer. You can write it in the chat box, but you have to be quick. And I want everyone to answer. Don't just sit and listen, interact so that we can, learn something from each other. Air is a mixture of gases. Air is a gas. It is a form of matter. It is a mixture of gases. Very good. Guys, see, it is not exactly a state of matter. The state of matters as of now till grade 4, you must have read about only three, which is solid, liquid, and gases. Gases being the state of matter, whereas air is a mixture of gases. Multiple gases combine together to form air. Of course, we'll be talking about the composition of air. What all gases are we talking about? What all gases are? Yes, plasma too, Kevin. I'll be touching base with that plasma and the Bose-Einstein medium. I will just let you know a little bit about it because I know all of you are very curious about it. Right. So let's start with air. What are the properties of air? See, it is something very basic. We have all been reading about it. Air, we all know it's omnipotent. What does it mean to be omnipotent? What do we understand by this term? It is omnipotent. It means it is present everywhere. See, Hemant is in Karnataka, even he has air around it. I am in Gurgaon, I have air around it. Shivan is in Pune, he has air around it. It doesn't matter wherever we are, as long as we are on earth, air is all around us. And we cannot see it. It is colorless, it is odorless. You cannot smell it until unless some perfume or some other smell has mingled with it. You will not be able to smell it. And of course, it is colorless. You cannot see it. Yet it is there around you. It is omnipotent. How would I know that air is around me? First of all, air has mass. What does it mean? It means it has a particular weight. It has a particular mass. So that proves air is there. How can I prove that? Simply take a hanger, a cloth hanger, take a two balloon, fill them up, tie them to the two ends of the hanger, and then burst one of them. You would find one end is tilting. The one which is heavier, of course, will tilt, and that shows that air has mass. And how would I show air occupies space? Very, very easy thing. See, if you put air into something which was initially empty as per you, if you blow air inside it, you would find that it changes the appearance, the look, as long as it is elastic. For example, I have a balloon here, right? It's it's not inflated. If I inflate it, what would it look like? This. What does it mean? It means air is occupying the space inside this balloon. This concept that air occupies space is can be easily proven. Now you missed another point in between, which is air exerts pressure, right? How would I prove it? I can prove it by say, but first of all, understand this point that air exerts pressure is as long as you're sitting or standing or lying or whatever you're doing, whatever your posture is, as long as you're on earth, there is a air on top of you, around you, and that air is constantly applying pressure on all of us, which we are not even aware of because it is normal for us. But how would I prove it? Take a glass, fill it up with water. I am not sure if this experiment gonna work or not because many a times it does work. Sometimes because of the mechanical error it doesn't. So let's hope it works this time. I'll take a sheet of paper, put it on the top of the glass, and then turn it upside down like this. And let's see if it gets sticks. It does. How does it happen? It happened because air was applying pressure onto the sheet so that it was being maintained. It was being held in the position. This shows that air has pressure. Understood? Clear? Otherwise, how would the sheet of paper would be held in place? Even though there was water inside the glass, it was being held by the pressure of the air which was going up like this towards the sheet of paper like this and was keeping it in place. So air has pressure and air can be compressed a lot. Why? Why guys? Why can air be compressed a lot? Yes, Shivan, quickly write in the chat box, bacha. Why can I compress the air? You know what is compressing? You can press it. Suppose I have a balloon. If I twist it, you must have seen those balloon. The guys who come for the birthday parties. They make different shapes out of balloons. They make giraffe. They made snake. How do they do it? Absolutely correct, Shivan. That's because air, being a mixture of gases, is a gas which basically have molecules which are very far apart from each other, like this. This much distance is present in between the molecules. So when you press them together, the molecules come closer to each other and hence it can be compressed. How many of you have bought those pichkari, the water gun that we play holy with? Yes? And if you don't fill it up with water, simply use air. Pull the piston out and then push it again back in. You would find that you are applying pressure, right? Because there is air inside your water gun, your pichkari. You are compressing it. Air is easily compressible. For a visual representation, I have put in an image also. See here. There is a piston here. Yes, Shivan, even a syringe. You have molecules. Initially, when the piston is out, air is relaxing. You know, the molecules are far apart from each other. They are not being disturbed. But as soon as you plunged in the syringe, the piston in, the molecules which were initially further away from each other have now come closer to each other. They are being compressed and this shows air is compressible. And the reason being because the distance between the particles is very large. So they can afford to. Can I do the same to the solid? Can I take this piece of pen and can I press it? No matter how much I press, it will not be compressed. Why? Because it is a solid. The molecules are already well packed. There is no space, no scope for the molecules to come any closer to each other. Understood? Now, air is affected by temperature and pressure. What does it mean? First, pressure, when you push the air, when you compress it, when you apply pressure, it will come closer and closer. The molecules will come closer and closer to each other and will keep getting jam packed. Amazing fact about gas is, about air is, you can fill up an entire room with the air, and then you can use that same amount of air to fill up a balloon. Why? Even though the room size is so huge and the balloon is so small, because it is compressible, guys. You can compress it and fit it into a smaller space. So the pressure works wonderfully well for your air. Now, air is affected by temperature also. If you have been an avid reader or student of grade 4, you would have learned about sea breeze and land breeze. How many of you have heard of it? Shivan has heard of it. Only Shivan? Viraj. And no one else? You guys have not heard of sea breeze and land breeze? Tabish has heard of it. Okay. Ashaz, very good. Kevin. Ananya, you've not heard of it? Okay. In case you have not heard of it, when we'll start the class of grade 5, Ananya, we'll touch base with it. Okay, I'll tell you what is it. So what happens is, when the land is warm, or when the air is being warmed, it will rise up. Why? Why? Think about it. I just gave you a very, very important hint. Shivan, write quickly. Why would it rise up? Because when the temperature increases, yes, the warm air is lighter, the molecules grow apart. You see, when you heat it up, heat is like an energy. So these are like hungry kids, right? They're naughty kids, and the molecules of air are naughty kids. You give them water guns, or you give them some Nerf gun or any toy. What will happen? These kids will start becoming naughtier and naughtier. So the air molecules are already far apart from each other. Once you give them heat, once you increase the temperature, they go more restless, become more vibrant, and grow apart from each other. And once they grow apart from each other, the distance increases, they'll keep rising up. And how would I prove it? Okay, I don't want you to conduct this experiment at home because it is kind of dangerous. So just look carefully. I've taken a tea bag here. I'm going to cut it open and take out the tea from it. Now I have a empty tea bag, just cylindrical in shape like this. Okay, is it visible, everyone? Now I've placed it on the plate, and now I'm going to burn it. Look very carefully what happens when it's burned. Once it burns completely, it will rise up, and it has gone up. Did you see? Did you get to see, everyone? Why did this happen? Because, see, it's back again. I caught it back, it went up, it's back again, the ash. Why did it happen? Because when you burned it, the air on top of the tea bag was getting warmer and warmer. Once it was warm enough, it quickly went up, zush, because warm air is light. Temperature has got the molecules to grow apart from each other, and it will go up and rise up, right? So this is how temperature affects air. So here comes your next point. Air expands on heating. It's no magic, guys. It's not like there's some magic wand being used to increase the distance. Simply because temperature is being increased, the increased temperature is causing the molecules to grow apart, and hence they are going up. And lastly, the altitude, which means the height, also affects the air. How? You see, how many of you have ever been to a mountain, for trekking or to any mountain? Kevin has been there, Tabish has been there. So when you go on top of the mountain, guys, do you feel difficulty in breathing? Like you are exerting pressure, you need to spend extra effort to breathe, right? Asha's has never been, but if you go, then you will find that, as you, yes, Tabish, very good. The air decreases. It's actually not air. It's because the molecules of air are becoming far apart from each other, very far apart from each other. So you get to have difficulty in breathing. You see, air is being bound to earth because of gravity, guys. Gravity which is being exerted by earth. And since the gravity pull is highest at the surface of earth, hence all the air molecules, as you can see in here in the image, are being packed towards the surface of the earth. Very, very densely packed. But as we go up, the effect of gravity goes down. The distance between the molecules of air increases and increases and increases, and once you reach very high altitude, let's suppose you're going to Mount Everest, which I'm sure none of us is going to try, but suppose your own teacher ends up going to Mount Everest, which she'll never try, but suppose by God's grace, by miracle, I end up going to Mount Everest, then what will happen? The density is very thin. The molecules are very far apart from each other, and hence people face difficulty in breathing. Clear? Any doubt so far? Hemant, Ananya, Ashas, Tabish, Viraj, Shivin, Kevin. Yes, if you have doubt, Hemant, please put it in the chat box. Bache, Kevin, you have a doubt? You have raised your hand, bacha. Please put it in the chat box. Okay. Hemant, I'm moving forward. You please put in your doubt in the chat box if you have. When does the, oh, we're going to finish by 6. Okay. All right. The topic is clear, guys. Okay. Moving forward. Now we're going to talk about what are the uses of air. Very easy. First of all, why, Viraj, what do you do with the air around you? Play with it? Blow bubbles in it? No? We breathe it, right? All of us know that we are breathing the air. That's how we are able to survive. If there is no air, will we survive? No. Why do astronauts carry those oxygen cylinders which are so heavy on back of their in their backpacks? Because there is no air in the space. They need to breathe. Without oxygen, we cannot survive. So, first and foremost use of air is that we breathe it. Second one is that we need air for burning. Why burning is important. See, it gives you warmth. We are able to cook our food. We are able to fend off the wild animals because of the fire. So this is important. How would you prove that burning requires air, especially a specific gas, oxygen? Oxygen is required both for breathing and for combustion. What is combustion? Combustion is a scientific name for burning. Okay, let's put it in simpler words. It's a scientific name for burning. So I've got a candle here, a birthday candle. I'm gonna light it up. Let's say it's your birthday and someone, a naughty kids come to your birthday party, and before you can blow the candle, what he does, he puts a glass upside down on it. And let's say magic happens in 3 seconds. 1, 2, and 3. The candle extinguishes itself on its own. Why? Because once you put down the glass on top of a burning candle, you have cut off the supply of oxygen. And since there is no oxygen, there will be no burning. No ashad, not carbon dioxide, beta, it's the oxygen. Oxygen increases the burn. As soon as you cut off the oxygen and the oxygen present in the glass is extinguished, the candle will extinguish, like I showed you. Right? So oxygen is required for combustion also, for burning also. Whereas the gas like carbon dioxide, which we usually say is the culprit, it is the bad gas which is being released in the atmosphere, it is causing pollution and everything. That gas surprisingly does not support combustion. In fact, it stops the combustion. And that is the reason we put it in these things. What do you call them? These red cylinder that you see on your screen. Anyone knows? Has anyone seen them ever? Nikhil has seen it. Yes. Ananya has seen it, correct? This is fire extinguisher, right? The one which we use to extinguish off the fire in case of any mishap. What is it full of? It is full of carbon dioxide. So once you spray it, what happens? The carbon dioxide stops the burning and we are able to protect ourselves and stop the hazard from spreading. Got it? The third important gas in your air is nitrogen. Now, nitrogen is something which is very important for us. Why is it important? Because kids, first of all, nitrogen is present in plants. Plant has a very important component because of which they do photosynthesis called chlorophyll. Heard of it? Chlorophyll. What color does it impart to the grass plants? Why is it so important? What color does it imparts to the plants? The color green. Correct. All of you. Very good. So chlorophyll is actually made up of nitrogen. Hence, plants absolutely need nitrogen for their survival. Very good, Ashaz. Yes, it traps sunlight. So, what do? They get it from the air. But it is not a direct transfer. They do not get it from the air directly. It's hard for them to get the nitrogen from the air directly. So, for that, they get it from the soil. There are bacteria in the soil which will trap the nitrogen from the air and get it into the soil, and plants get it from the soil. Hence, nitrogen is required by us because we also get it from the plants. We eat plants directly or indirectly, nitrogen is coming into our body also. We are having proteins in our body, and protein is made up of nitrogen. So, nitrogen is an essential new component for us. We need it, and that's how we get it. And obviously, you can use air for windmill to produce electricity and stuff, right? Your plants use carbon dioxide. Kevin, am I not audible? Guys, am I audible, all of you? Raise your thumbs up if you can hear me. Yes. Kevin, can you log back in again in case you're having trouble listening to the session? Oh, am I audible now, Kevin? Okay. So plants also use gases like carbon dioxide for photosynthesis. That's how they prepare food. And we obviously cannot do photosynthesis, but we eat plants. So we are also dependent on plants for our food. And plants are dependent on carbon dioxide, which is present in the air. So hence, air is absolutely a requirement, a substantial need for us. Now, atmosphere is a word that we have always associating with air. What is atmosphere? It is a thin blanket of air around the earth. If you look at this image, this is your earth, and this blue hazy thing that you see on top of the earth is your atmosphere. That's your sun at the back. And this atmosphere, this blanket of air, is being held together by the gravity of the earth. Again, I'm repeating this point. And it is Earth's gravity which is keeping this absolutely essential thing bound to Earth, the Earth, which we really need. And we've already talked about how it is important because it has got multiple gases in it. 78% is nitrogen, 21% is oxygen, and then rest of the 1% is all the other gases, which include carbon dioxide, argon, and many other gases. Now, these gases, what do? First of all, this atmosphere that you have here, it will stop the harmful radiation from coming in. You see, sun is a very fair entity. It gives you both good UV radiation and bad UV radiation, right? Just like when you go to school, sometimes you come across some kids who are not teaching you some good things, and some are telling you some good things. It's up to you what you take up from them. So what Earth does it? It has atmosphere around it. Atmosphere allows the good UV radiation to pass through it and come to the surface of Earth. And the bad UV radiation are sent back without letting them go inside the atmosphere or to the surface of Earth. They are being simply pushed back, go away from the Earth. By whom? By the atmosphere. We don't let the this atmosphere does not let the harmful UV radiation from coming to the earth. They shield us from the harmful radiation. And the one which it allows to come in, it traps that sunlight. The good UV radiation, they come to the earth like this here. And then once they're about to go back, look at my arrow. When they're about to go them, atmosphere stops them and sends them back towards the earth. Why does it do it? Because we need to keep ourselves warm. Remember, guys, Earth rotates on its axis. Out of those 24 hours, 12 hours will be facing towards the sun. But the rest of the 12 hours, when we are not facing towards the sun, if we don't have atmosphere, will freeze to death because the temperature drops down so much. So to maintain a healthy temperature so that we can survive, this trapment of sunlight is important. This is called anyone? What do you call this effect? This is called what? I have used the color to give you a hint. The same color. It is called, very good, Shivin. Very good, Kevin. It is called greenhouse effect. The sunlight rays are allowed to come in, the good ones. Once they're about to go back into the space, the atmosphere stops them, sends them back towards the earth, and that way they keep the earth warm. This is called greenhouse effect. This is absolutely important and needed for earth to remain warm. Okay? Now, you've got multiple gases in your atmosphere. We have 78% nitrogen, 21% oxygen, and less than 1% is other gases. And now we have different layers in your atmosphere, which are, you should know, you have your, just a second, guys. Okay, we have your troposphere at the bottom, which is closest to the surface of Earth. This one. Now, this layer extends up to around 16 kilometer from the surface of Earth to as you go up. This layer is important because this layer, first of all, has maximum amount of gases present in your atmosphere. So much so, 80%. Imagine if there are 100 gases in your atmosphere, 80 of them are packed in the troposphere. Why? Because it is the bottommost layer and the effect of gravity is highest here. I told you, gravity is the one which is keeping the air together, right? So it is the densest layer out of all the layer in the atmosphere. It has all the water vapor, all the clouds in it, and hence all the weather is being controlled by troposphere. Now, when you go up, you get to see stratosphere. Stratosphere is important because it has ozone layer. This is the layer which is responsible for stopping the harmful UV radiation to coming to Earth. See, it will allow the good radiation to pass through it, but if it is a harmful radiation, it will stop it there and then only and send it back to the space. This is why this layer of stratosphere is important. Now, guys, you are in grade 5. It is expected of for you to know the name of the layers. Troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, thermosphere, and exosphere. These are the 5 layers. As you go from top to bottom, it is exosphere, thermosphere, mesosphere, stratosphere, and troposphere. You don't need to worry. As you'll keep reading about it, you'll eventually get the hold of it. But what you should know is the scientific reason why each layer is important. Yes, Ashaz, absolutely correct. So first you have troposphere where all the gases, most of the gases and water vapor is present. It will affect your weather. It is a densest layer. Second is your stratosphere, which has ozone layer. It will stop the harmful UV radiation. And third one is mesosphere. Now, mesosphere has M, and what does it do? It stops the meteoroids from hitting the earth. If you are into, reading news, you'll keep reading that meteor is coming toward earth and this is happening and meteoroids are coming towards earth. If we did not have mesosphere, imagine how dangerous it would be, because every day we come across so many meteoroids. There are thousands and thousands of them which are approaching towards earth. They are being attracted by the gravity of earth. It is the mesosphere which stops the meteoroid from hitting the surface of Earth with a speed. You see what happens as soon as meteoroids comes in, it passes through the thermosphere and exosphere easily. But as soon as it comes into the mesosphere, in the mesosphere you have quite a lot of gases. Those gases causes friction with the meteoroid, and meteoroid catches fire and burns down, and luckily for us comes down safely towards the surface of earth, just like a pebble or a big lump of rock. Otherwise, if it comes with a full speed, if there is nothing to stop it, what will happen? It will zush, come inside the atmosphere of the earth and will hit us. Thousands and thousands of people can die easily if the impact is not being lowered down by the mesosphere. So mesosphere is important because it stops the meteoroids from hitting the surface of earth. Then you have your thermosphere. That's the layer which is thickest of all. This is the layer all your rockets and the satellites which we have sent from NASA and ISRO are revolving around the Earth. Thermosphere, largest layer in the atmosphere. And finally, the outermost layer, the exosphere, the one which is the boundary right before you go into the space and you enter the atmosphere of Earth. This is the boundary, the exosphere, which is around 600 kilometers away from the surface of Earth. Any doubt? Any doubt? Shivan saying no, Asha saying no. Two people are saying no. About others. Kevin, Ananya, Tabish, Nikhil, Viraj, Hemant, Avyukt. You have not switched on your camera throughout the class. Avyukt actually said he's not able to. There is some problem. All right, kids, if it is clear to you, let me see how much you've understood. Try answering these questions. Go one by one. There are 7 fill in the blanks for you right here in the chat box. If you have understood the session, you'll be able to answer. Number 1, dash is the upper limit of the atmosphere. What was the last limit of the atmosphere? Ananya, very good. It's okay, Avyuk, but please answer now. Ashaz, very good. Shivain, very good. Kevin, very good. And Tabish, very good. Good job, guys. It is exosphere, the outermost layer of the atmosphere, which is the boundary. Hemant, very good, bacha. Avyuk, correct. The percentage of oxygen, nitrogen are, you can combine them. You can combine them together because I've already asked you just a single. So you just add them together and give me the number. What is the percentage of oxygen and nitrogen in our atmosphere? Very good, Avyukt. Ashad, Hemant, Viraj. It is 99%. You add 78 and 21, you get 99. Kevin, how come 2.99? Oh, okay. Second is 99. All right. You did not put a blank in between. Okay. Third one. Shiven, correct, bacha. The layer of atmosphere that protects us from harmful UV rays. Which one? Asha's correct. The one which has the ozone layer. Tabish correct. It is the stratosphere. Hemant, you need to write about the specific layer beta here. Because we know it is the atmosphere, but which layer in the atmosphere? It is the stratosphere. The one which has the ozone layer. The densest layer of atmosphere is Ashaz, Shivin. Tavish, I did not understand the logic behind this one. I'm asking you about the densest layer. All of you are correct, but Tavish, beta, why you are giving me the answer of a gas? We're talking about the layer of the atmosphere which is densest. Which one would it be? It would be correct. Troposphere. Tabish, troposphere, the one which is closest to the earth, beta. Why? Because earth is exerting gravity. And gravity is the one which is bringing the air molecules closer to each other. Hence, you'll have more gases in the troposphere. The gas in the atmosphere that does not support combustion. That means it will not support combustion. Ashaz, need read the question carefully, bache. The one which is not supporting the combustion, which is not supporting the combustion. You can use it to stop the fire from happening. We have Kevin and Shivain and Ananya and Viraj answering correctly. It is Shaz correct, Tabish correct, carbon dioxide. The gas is the carbon dioxide. You use it in fire extinguisher. Carbon dioxide. The component of the atmosphere that sustains the life, the one which you are breathing. Tabish, Ananya, Viraj, you need to mention the name of the gas, Viraj. Ananya, correct. It is oxygen, guys. The component in the air which is supporting the life, which is helping you to sustain the life, is oxygen. And lastly, nitrogen is required by the plants to form. Ananya, Shiven, what does it form in plants? Ashaz, correct. Beta, it does not form food directly. It forms an important component in the leaves called chlorophyll, and that helps in formation of food. Is it clear? Any doubt? So we took a very general topic and we went a little deeper into the topic, and that's what we're gonna do. Grade 5, all topics are something you've already done in your previous class, but here we'll be going much deeper. I'll try to include some experiments in each and every topic to make it more engaging, like the one we did, right? And I hope the session is clear to everyone. If you have any doubt, please ask me now before I wind up the session. Clear? All clear? All right, Pooja ma'am, are you there?
Yes, ma'am, I'm here.
Yes.
So, all right, kids, hope you have enjoyed the session. Show me a thumbs up on the screen. Wow, nice. I can see your bright faces with the happy smileys, right? Very nice. All right, so what are you waiting for? So, whosoever has enrolled with us, that's very nice. Get ready for your classes, and who are still pending, please go and enroll. All right. Okay, everyone, take care. Bye bye. We'll see you in the classes now. Bye bye. Take care.